Hello and welcome. My name is Jimmy, and today I invite you to join me on an extraordinary journey. We are traveling back in time, not just by centuries, but by millennia, to a world sculpted by ice and snow. This is the Pleistocene epoch, more commonly known as the Ice Age. It was a time of immense glaciers and bitter cold, yet it was also a time of giants. A spectacular array of magnificent creatures, now lost to time, roamed these frozen landscapes. It's a world that can be difficult to imagine, a world of primeval power and breathtaking life. In this video, we will embark on a quest to uncover the top 10 most fascinating animals that thrived during this remarkable period. From colossal mammals that shook the very ground they walked upon to fearsome predators with teeth like daggers, these beasts were the undisputed rulers of their domain. Our journey begins with perhaps the most iconic animal of the entire epoch, the woolly mammoth. Standing here, in our minds, on the frozen steppe, one can almost feel the ground tremble with their approach. These were not simply large elephants, they were colossal beings, perfectly engineered for a world of extreme cold. A large male could stand over 3 meters tall at the shoulder and weigh more than 6 tons. What truly defined the mammoth was its extraordinary coat. It wasn't just a single layer of fur, but a complex, multi-layered insulation system. A dense, woolly undercoat trapped warm air close to the skin. Over this lay thick guard hairs, some reaching a meter in length. This shaggy outer coat deflected wind, snow and ice, keeping the animal warm even in the most ferocious blizzards. And then, there were the tusks. These magnificent curving structures were used not only for defense but as powerful tools to sweep away snow and ice, uncovering frozen grasses. These were highly social animals, living in complex matriarchal herds. The bond between mother and calf was incredibly strong, vital in a world filled with danger. The herd would move as one, a great, shaggy river of life flowing across the tundra, their deep, resonant calls echoing through the frozen air. The woolly mammoth was the living, breathing heart of the Ice Age ecosystem. Now we turn our attention from the hunted to the hunter. Emerging from the shadows of the Pleistocene is a predator of almost mythical status, the saber-toothed cat, Smilodon fatalis. It is an animal defined by one terrifying feature, its teeth. These were not just teeth, they were daggers of bone, upper canines that could grow up to 18 centimeters long, serrated like steak knives. Despite its common name, Smilodon was not a true cat like a lion or tiger. Its body was a powerhouse of muscle, with a short, powerful neck and immensely strong forelimbs. This anatomy suggests it was an ambush predator, using its immense strength to wrestle large prey like young mammoths or giant bison to the ground. Many scientists believe Smilodon may have been a social hunter. Like lions, they may have hunted in prides, cooperating to bring down prey impossible for a single individual to tackle. The final act would have been awesome. Using its wide gape, opening to 120 degrees, Smilodon would position its saber teeth for the final lethal strike. For thousands of years, it was the apex predator of the Ice Age world. Sharing the frozen plains with the mammoth was another equally impressive woolly giant, the woolly rhinoceros. This was a creature of immense fortitude, a prehistoric tank wrapped in thick, shaggy fur. Similar in size to the modern white rhino, it was a powerful grazer, perfectly adapted to harsh conditions. Its short, sturdy legs gave it incredible stability on frozen terrain. The most striking feature was its horn, or rather its horns. It possessed two, the front one being truly spectacular. Made of keratin, this horn could grow to a meter or more in length. It was flattened from side to side, forming a huge blade-like structure. This magnificent horn was a multi-purpose tool, wielded to push aside deep snow to access hardy grasses buried beneath. Like the mammoth, the woolly rhino was built to withstand bitter cold. Its thick, oily fur provided excellent insulation, while small ears and short tail conserved body heat. Cave paintings from our early ancestors provide a breathtaking window into this animal's world. These ancient artists captured its shape, coat, and horn with remarkable accuracy, a testament to nature's ability to produce life in the most forbidding environments. We now travel from the frozen steppes of Eurasia to the warmer landscapes of South America to meet a creature that honestly defies belief. This is Megatherium, the giant ground sloth. When most of us think of a sloth, we picture a small, slow-moving creature hanging from a tree. But Megatherium was something else entirely, an animal of truly titanic proportions. Rising up on its powerful hind legs, it could stand nearly 6 meters tall, about as tall as a giraffe, and weighed 4 tons, as much as a large elephant. Its skeleton was immensely robust with a thick tail that could act as a third leg. Supported by this base, it could rear up and use huge clawed forelimbs to pull down entire trees. The claws themselves were enormous, up to 30 centimeters long, and were formidable weapons that would have given any predator, even a smilodon, serious pause. Fossilized footprints reveal that Megatherium walked on the sides of its feet, a strange shuffling gait that protected its huge claws from being blunted. Recent theories propose a more terrifying possibility. Its powerful claws could have allowed it to scavenge meat, a stark reminder that even seemingly gentle giants could have a formidable, darker side. Our next creature is not famous for its ferocity or bulk, but for possessing what may be the most magnificent ornamentation of any animal that has ever lived. This is the Irish elk, Megaloceros giganteus. Despite its common name, it was neither exclusively Irish nor was it an elk. It was the largest species of deer that ever existed, found right across Eurasia. A large male stood over 2 meters tall, even larger than a modern moose. But it was the antlers that were truly awe-inspiring, spanning up to 3.6 meters and weighing around 40 kilograms. These were the largest antlers of any known deer, a breathtaking spectacle, a vast palmate crown of bone that the male had to grow anew each year. This incredible investment was for one purpose only: display. The size and symmetry of antlers advertised genetic fitness to females. During autumn rut, males wielded them in dramatic contests, not fights to the death, but displays of strength. Their extinction was likely linked to climate change. As forests replaced open parklands, navigating dense woods with such enormous headgear became impossibly difficult. The Irish elk vanished, leaving only spectacular fossilized crowns as reminders. We now descend into the dark, silent world of caves, the chosen realm of our next prehistoric beast, the cave bear, Ursus spelaeus. This was a truly formidable animal, a contemporary of early humans. A large male could weigh up to 1,000 kilograms, significantly larger than even the biggest grizzly or polar bear today. Standing on hind legs, it would have been terrifying, well over 3 meters tall. These bears were intimately linked to cave systems of Europe and Asia. They used deep, protected caverns as essential dens for hibernation during harsh Ice Age winters. Within these caves, they left an incredible legacy. Tens of thousands of skeletons have been discovered, sometimes piled several layers deep, telling us many bears did not survive their long winter sleep. Despite its fearsome size, detailed studies reveal a surprising truth. Heavy wear on their molars suggests a diet composed almost exclusively of tough plant matter. They were, for the most part, herbivores. The relationship with our ancestors was fascinating. We know they shared landscapes and coveted the same shelters. Evidence of butchery marks suggests humans occasionally hunted them, a perilous undertaking requiring immense courage and skill. In popular imagination, the dire wolf is a creature of fantasy. But this formidable predator was very real, one of the most successful carnivores of late Pleistocene North America. The dire wolf wasn't a giant wolf from fantasy. It was roughly the same size as largest modern gray wolves, but heavier and more robustly built, with broader head, more powerful jaws, and bone-crushing teeth. This was a creature built for power, not speed. Its physique points to hunting large, slow-moving megafauna. Horses, ground sloths, mastodons, and bison were all on the menu. The sheer number of fossils found together paints a picture of highly social animals. Hunting in large packs, they were terrifyingly efficient, working together to harass and overwhelm massive prey. The dire wolf coexisted with gray wolves for thousands of years, but at the Ice Age's end, their fates diverged. As great megafauna began disappearing due to climate change and human pressure, the dire wolf's evolutionary path hit a dead end. The lighter, faster, more adaptable gray wolf, capable of hunting smaller, nimbler prey like deer and elk, survived and thrived. The great dire wolf, bone crusher of the Pleistocene, vanished, becoming another ghost of this lost world. At first glance, it might be easy to confuse our next animal with its more famous cousin, the woolly mammoth. But the American mastodon was a distinct and fascinating creature in its own right. While both were large proboscideans, they occupied very different niches. The mastodon was generally shorter and stockier, with a flatter skull and straighter tusks pointing more forward. The most significant difference lay in their teeth. Mammoths had flat, ridged molars perfect for grinding tough grasses. Mastodons had teeth with distinctive cone-shaped cusps. The name mastodon means nipple tooth. These teeth were not for grinding grass, they were for crushing and browsing. This reveals that the mastodon was a creature of forest and wetlands, feeding on leaves, twigs, shrubs, and even spruce and pine branches. They lived in vast woodlands that covered much of North and Central America during the Ice Age, a completely different habitat from the woolly mammoth's cold, open steppe. Like mammoths, they were likely social animals. They thrived for millions of years, successfully adapting to changing climates. However, their time ended around 10,000 years ago. Rapid climate change altering forest habitats combined with hunting pressure from first Americans proved too much for these magnificent browsers. If you thought the cave bear was the ultimate prehistoric ursine, prepare to meet an even more terrifying relative. This is Arctodus simus, the giant short-faced bear, one of the largest and most powerful mammalian land predators of the entire Ice Age. Standing on hind legs, a large male could reach a staggering 3.5 meters tall, and with its long legs it could look a person in the eye even when on all fours. It was a bear built on a scale difficult to comprehend today. What set this bear apart was its anatomy. Unlike the lumbering cave bear, the short-faced bear was built for speed. It had proportionally long, slender legs, more like a cheetah than a modern bear. Its feet pointed straight forward, an adaptation for efficient running. It could have reached speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour, allowing it to run down prey like prehistoric horses and camels. It was not an ambush predator, it was a pursuit predator. Its name comes from its deceptively short, broad snout. Combined with wide-set eyes, this gave it excellent binocular vision for judging distances. Its nasal passage was enormous, suggesting phenomenal sense of smell. This has led to debate. Was it an active super predator or the ultimate kleptoparasite using intimidating size to chase other predators from their kills? The truth is likely both. It was the undisputed king of North American predators, combining the size of a grizzly with the speed of a racehorse. For our final animal, we return to the strange and wonderful world of Ice Age South America, to meet a creature that looks like something from a fantasy novel. This is the glyptodon, a close relative of the modern armadillo, but scaled up to the size of a small car. These remarkable mammals could be over 3 meters long and weigh up to 2 tons, protected by a massive dome-like shell made of more than 1,000 bony plates fused together. This was a walking fortress. The shell covered its entire body from head to tail. It was so strong and complete that it made the glyptodon virtually immune to predation. Even a formidable hunter like Smilodon would have struggled to find any weak point. Some species had an additional terrifying weapon, a long tail ending in a bony spiked club reminiscent of a medieval mace. This would have been capable of delivering a bone-shattering blow to any predator foolish enough to get too close. Beneath this incredible armor was a slow-moving, placid herbivore. Its deep jaw and specialized teeth were adapted for grinding tough, fibrous vegetation found in grasslands and floodplains. The story took a fascinating turn with the arrival of first humans in South America. The immense empty shells made excellent shelters. Archaeological evidence suggests early humans used these natural domes as temporary homes. Our ancestors, huddled inside the discarded armor of a giant, long-dead beast. And so, our journey through the Ice Age comes to a close. We have walked with giants, stood in the shadow of incredible predators, and marveled at the sheer diversity of life that flourished in a world so different from our own. From the shaggy coat of the woolly mammoth to the armored shell of the glyptodon, each of these 10 creatures tells a story of survival, adaptation, and ultimately, extinction. They are echoes from a lost world. Thank you for joining me, Jimmy, on this expedition into the deep past. If you found this journey fascinating, please show your support. A like helps us reach more people, and leaving a comment with your favorite Ice Age animal lets us know what you'd like to see next. Before you go, I encourage you to scroll back through the video and take another look at the incredible visuals we've shared. Each image is a window into this forgotten era, a chance to truly appreciate the majesty of these 10 unbelievable beasts. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, keep exploring.